Hello? Is it working? Oh, good. Yeah. I need some copyright-free music. I should probably put that up beforehand, but um, that should be fine. Oh, it's not too loud. Is that super loud, or is it? Turn it down a little bit. That's very loud still for me. Put it on one. Is that fine? Is that better? It's just like in the background. I can't hear what it sounds like. Hold on. That's still so loud. Oh no, maybe it's not. Maybe a little bit quieter would be good. Like that? Alright. Oh, you can't hear it now? What? So like this. Like this? Okay. Alright. Oh, I'll tone my voice down then. Is it too loud? Oh, okay, okay. I'll turn it back up. Like this? Is this better? Yes, okay. Good. Yeah, cause people have been asking for ages for me to do an updated Steam library video. So I thought, why not just do it now? Don't really feel like playing anything, so let's just do this now. And then I'll put it on I'll just put it on the VODs channel, and then just put the link in the comment for all the people that wanted it, because so many people were asking me and sending me like private messages and being like, can you please make an updated video? So let's do that. Let's do that. Alright. The music's in the background, that's good. Alright. The last video was like 3 hours long or something like that, but I don't think it'll be this long. Even though it's way more games. 1,292. Which it won't be, it will be like 1,200. Because I got heaps of games hidden. Okay, good. Alright, cozy. Cozy, cozy. It was meant to be a cozy thing from the very beginning anyway. Alright. Alright. Good, 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 good. Oh my god, I've already been going for 5 minutes. I haven't even started yet. Oh. Alright. Yo! What's up? How you doing? Good to hear from you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 7 stream streak. What the hell? Nice. I've been. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Alright, let's get started before it's gonna take ages otherwise. Alright. So I didn't really feel like playing anything today. It's the first day of the year. I want to try my best, even when the days I go to work, even the days I'm busy. I just want to stream every single day, and I know it's already the second, but it's alright. But it's the first in most of the world. Alright, so people have been asking for an updated library review. Got over 1,200 games to talk about, so I've got to be rather quick. I just put them in alphabetical order, and we'll just go through them. Alright. So we start with all the James Bond games. The James Bond games are not on Steam. I think some of them, I think GoldenEye Reloaded used to be, maybe Legends used to be, these, or maybe Bloodstone as well. These two and these two definitely are not. Yeah. Alright, Agent of Fire, never played it before. It's meant to be one of the worst ones, or one of the worst ones. It's meant to have still, you know, good stuff about it, but never played it. Can't comment. Bloodstone, also never played it before, can't comment. It's not meant to be very good. I think that was, or, well, the trilogy of Bloodstone, Legends, and GoldenEye Reloaded was what led to the James Bond kind of thing going away until, of course, First Light is coming out. It was delayed, it was March, but now it's May. Everything or Nothing, never played that either. From Russia with Love, with which is like a weird, like almost like a cover shooter. It's like a third-person game. I don't know. Agent Under Fire, I think, and Everything or Nothing with third person. But Nightfire is the one I did play as a kid a lot on the PS2. Fantastic game, fantastic game. Very, very fun shooter. Great story. The vehicle section is very fun. Oh, and obviously Quantum of Solace I also did play as a kid. On the Xbox 360, made by Triarch, if I'm not mistaken, so very similar to Call of Duty. It wasn't as good as Nightfire, but it was alright. It was a fun, you know, fun James Bond game. I'll get around to playing these on the channel at some point. 100% Orange Juice, very fun little puzzler. Well, it's like a board game-ish multiplayer thing. Very fun, but I've never played it by myself. Only played it about 5 hours, but with Erica. 7 Days to Die, I mean, I've played it for what, 8 hours? It's a decent game. It's changed a lot over the 15 odd years it's been on Steam. 2013, I think it was released. And it's changed a lot, but, you know, maybe at some point we'll look at it. Bit of an interesting game there, but it's just, yeah, never really gotten into it very much. 80 Days, a pretty fun, like, 80 Days Around the World. Lots of different, it's like a book. It's very, it's just reading conversations, traveling around the world, you know, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll try to go through the games pretty quickly because we've got so many to go through. But it's fun. It's heavy on the text, but it's good fun. And you can it's almost like a roguelike or roguelite where you have to keep trying because it's very hard to do it within the 80 days, but there's lots of paths to go down, etc. Ace Combat, never played any of the Ace Combat games or this one, Ace Combat 7. Apparently the third game or fourth game, I think, which one is Electrosphere, it's meant to be really good. Heard a lot of good things, never played it. Act of War, Direct Action High Treason are, they're like tactical games, you know, like in the same vein as something like Command & Conquer. Never played them, meant to be pretty decent, maybe a little outdated. Action Hank was made by the people who made Descenders before, obviously before they made Descenders, they made this. It's meant to be a pretty fun, like, kind of like where the guy's like running across things, and it's like a kind of a, not a puzzler, but like a, almost like a racing puzzler kind of game. Looks interesting, should check it out. Against the Storm, a very well received strategy game. Haven't played it. Most of these games I won't have played. Age of Decadence, if I have, I will let you know. Age of Decadence is meant to be this really good CRPG, but it's not meant to be really good. It's meant to be really in depth in terms of choices, and you can pretty much play the entire game without ever going into any combat, which is pretty cool. Very heavy on the player choice. And then you got the Age of Empires series. You got Age of Empires 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then I don't know what. Oh, we got the Definitive Edition of 1, 2, and 3, and then we got the fourth one, and then there's the HD edition of 2003 and 2 from 2007 and 2013. Haven't played Age of Empires before, really should get into it on the channel at some point. Age of Wonders Planetfall and Age of Wonders 3, similar to Age of Empires, but with more fantasy elements or sci-fi elements. Haven't played them. I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna keep saying haven't played them. If I don't say anything about it, in terms of like, you know, if I don't go in depth, I wouldn't have played it. Neither have I played these ones, AI Somnium Files and the sequel Nirvana Initiative. Erica, she did play AI, and I think she did like it. I don't think she's played the sequel. Alan Wake, I actually really liked Alan Wake. Played through it once a couple years ago. Was a great fun. One of the only horror games I was able to stand playing through. Tend to be a bit scared of playing horror games, but that one was pretty fun. Alakine's Gun, very fun game. Like a Hitman, like a Hitman clone, low budget. It's very like Euro janky. We should play that on the channel one time because this is a great game. Alice Madness Returns, never played it. Pretty self-explanatory. Alien Isolation, one of the greatest horror games ever made. Too scared to play it, to be honest. Colonial Marines, obviously was terribly received when it came out, but like 13 years ago, but obviously has received a lot of attentions, and there's like a whole remastered mod which is meant to be fantastic. And Aliens vs Predator, never played it, meant to be pretty good as well. By the way, just let me know, is it all sounding good? Is it all looking good? Because I don't want to be talking if it's not picking up anything. Anyway, Alone in the Dark. This is the 2023 game or 2022? Can't remember. But it's meant to be pretty decent. I mean, a lot of people gave it a lot of shit when it came out, but then, especially compared to this one, which is the 2008 version, which is meant to be, well, it's, you know, I actually have a pretty funny story about it. I got this game when I was 10 years old, got it as a gift. I don't know why someone gave this game to a 10-year-old, but I remember playing it on like an old Windows 10, Windows like Vista PC, and it would not work. And I remember it just looked so awful, and it ran at like 2 FPS, and that was pretty sad. And that's why it took me another like 5 years until 5 years later, when I was about 15, for me to start really PC gaming, because I was just burnt by this game, and also it wasn't that good. So. Well, to be fair, I don't know. I haven't played it, but I've heard things. Alpha Protocol, fantastic role-playing game by Obsidian, lesser known, but I mean these days these games are pretty well documented. Very fun game. So many choices. Kind of a sci-fi, not sci-fi. Sorry, espionage RPG. Kind of a Deus Ex mixed with Fallout New Vegas in terms of its choices and stuff like that. Very, very fun. Very Metal Gear Solid-esque. American Truck Simulator, I mean, you know what that is, just like Euro Truck Simulator. Fantastic open world trucking game, you know, very in-depth. Anyway, a Medieval, I admittedly don't know that much about, but it's a part of the games created by New Blood Interactive, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just quickly check that, I don't want to make a mistake. I think that is New Blood Interactive, yes it is. A bunch of their games we'll go through. I own most of them. They're meant to be pretty great. Should definitely play through those on the channel at some point. Amnesia, Machine for Pigs, The Bunker, and Dark Descent. These are, well, I do really need to say anything about Amnesia? I mean, come on. Never played them, too scared. Among the Sleep probably will fall in that same category. Looks fun though. Very interesting story from the perspective of like a toddler, 2-year-old, I think. Exploring a house, and you know, it's always an interesting thing when you see horror from the perspective of a child. It's a very different thing than an adult. All right, Ancestors Legacy. This is some kind of, I think, strategy RPG. Looks pretty interesting. Looks like it reminds me of something like Expeditions. You know, Expeditions Vikings and stuff. I guess probably similar to that, but. Might be pretty fun. I'm not sure. Anno 1404, I played a lot when I was a kid, but I played it on the Wii, which is a bit of a weird thing, but I played it on the Wii. I haven't played it on PC before, and neither have I played any of the any of the other Anno games. Anno. 1800 is meant to be good. The new Pax Romana game is meant to be decent. Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. Never played it before. Looks like a pretty intense role-playing game. Very interesting world. Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. Played that for, well, you can see 200 hours. Back when I lived in Europe and I would play the DayZ mod before like the DayZ game came out. Like the standalone one, which I played a bit, but I played it like 10 years ago, and I never really enjoyed it anywhere near as much as the DayZ mod on Operation Arrowhead. Arma 3, played that for 141 hours. Played that a lot. Again, it's just those games I played a lot when I was in Europe, but living in Australia, it's pretty much impossible to play those games unless you're hardcore into it. Army of Two, the 3 games, I have them here. They're on the PS3 emulator. I only ever played the 40th Day, quite enjoyed it, but that was, again, I had like a ripped disc of it on the Xbox 360 15 years ago, so it's been a while. Arx Fatalis, another fantastic RPG by all accounts that I haven't played. Well, underground world, kind of, really interesting underground kind of world. I just realized that we're still in the A's, and I'm meant to get through this entire thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to be quicker. As Dusk Falls was pretty fun when I played through it. Not as good as the other games I played at the time, Killer Frequency and Firewatch, but it's a very different type of game. As Dusk Falls, pretty fun story. You know, it was what it was, but it wasn't spectacular or anything like that. The Ascent, I haven't played it. Pretty interesting. Don't really know anything about it. Ashes of Singularity escalation strategy game from the same people who made Sins of the Solar Empire, I believe. Okay, Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed 1. Basically a tech demo, you know, just like Just Cause 1 and many first games in the series of first games in their respective series, but Assassin's Creed 1 really has that tech demo-y feel, very simplistic. Assassin's Creed 2, obviously where it all came together. Assassin's Creed 2, very fun. Ezio's trilogy in general is very fun. I would say probably Brotherhood has always been my favorite. Assassin's Creed 3, never played it. I mean, I did. I played it for about 7 hours, and then I got my save deleted. I was pretty pissed off at that, so I never went back to it. Went straight to Black Flag, didn't really enjoy that either. Played it for about 5 hours, stopped, and then I took a big break from Assassin's Creed. I never played Rogue, because I went straight to Unity, and I actually played Unity for 42 hours. There you go. Very, very fun game. I'm actually going to just quickly change this because this is really annoying. The music is in the background is really annoying me. Let's see. Oh my god, these Pog. Where is some copyright-free music? I can't hear anything. Just find something that's not copyrighted. That'll have to do. All right. Oh my god. Oh god. Unity. Yeah, great game. Absolutely super underrated. These days it gets a lot more love, but back in the day it was very, very, you know, disliked. Very, very disliked. Alright, I'll try not to rush, but it is hard. Like, there's so many games to go through. But yeah, I'll take my time. Yeah. Got a hair in my mouth. Yeah. All right. I'll take my time. I'll slow down. Got a lot to go through, and we've only done. I'm still in the A's, man, and we've already gone for 20 minutes. This is ridiculous. All right, I'll try my best on anything that's kind of whatever, or I don't really know anything about it. I'm just gonna kind of skip over because there's not really any point. Don't have anything meaningful to say about it. Unity, great. greatly underrated game. Really, probably, definitely, apart from the original trilogy and Origins, definitely my favorite of the Assassin's Creeds. Syndicate, I really disliked. I really didn't think that they did a good job with... They could have done so much better. They should have just pulled the trigger, killed off the male character in the beginning, and have you play as the female character, because she was much more interesting. And then it would have been a much more strongly motivated game, like, oh, that, you know, you're literal, you know, the whole idea is like, oh, you get to play as these brother and sister, but then one of them dies, like, pretty early on. That would be pretty good. Okay, Odyssey I haven't played, neither have I played Valhalla. I don't even own Shadows or anything, or Mirage. I'm interested, but just haven't had the time. Yeah, Syndicate sucks. Unity, much better. Origins, I really liked Origins. It was a big surprise. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. It was my first time playing one of the bigger RPG Assassin's Creeds. Really enjoyed it, to be honest. A lot of fun. Interesting story, beautiful world. Like, it was, yeah, pretty crazy. Like, didn't expect to like it as much as I did. But I played it for, what, 46 hours? Yeah, it was pretty fun. Definitely could have played it for more, but I think that's a good amount of time to play an Assassin's Creed game for. Like, it was really good. Yeah, I think that's one of those games, like, I don't even mind going back to in the future, because there was so much to see in that world, and it was such a interesting world. I mean, I'm sure Odyssey and Valhalla are going to be pretty similar in terms of the just sheer amount of stuff to do, but also just the environment, and, like, I don't know. I really like the RPG Assassin's Creeds. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, Assetto Corsa and Competizione. Competizione I've never played. Assetto Corsa I've never really played. Just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't played that many racing games, to be honest. Astrox Imperium is a pretty interesting game. It's made by a single developer. It's pretty cheap. It's just really... It's like a EVE Online, but single player, which sounds pretty crazy, but it's made by one guy, and it's pretty impressive. But I think I don't know if it's abandoned, but I don't know if it's still being worked on at this point. But it's pretty cool, though. Atlas Fallen Renaissance, that was like one of those games that was like just one of those RPGs that was complete. It was like Deck 13 who did the Surge and stuff like that. It was completely forgotten about. Atomic Heart. Like, Atomic Heart, I never went back and played the DLCs. I, like, played it when it came out, and I really enjoyed it, but I thought it was really difficult, and a lot of people think it's, like, a lot of people say it's really easy or whatever. I thought it was a really difficult game, and I don't tend to have that much trouble with games, but Atomic Heart, I thought it was really hard. Like, it felt really unfair in a lot of parts. Maybe it's a lot better now if I go back and play it, but yeah, no, I'm interested to see what they do with the sequel. Aurelia, I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want to get like a problem on my Twitch channel before I have even started. Good game though. Banned in South Korea, I believe. Pretty interesting. Banned in Australia, I think so too. But I bought it before it was banned. Avernum 1, 2, and 3. There's also a fourth one. They're the remakes of the original games from the 90s. Basically, these. Like, this world of Avernum is this huge underground world that is like, you know, it's like not a Diablo style RPG. It's like Baldur's Gate, but you're underground, and then you're trying to get out of this like thing. And I think in the second and third one, in the third one you get out of the pit, out of the world of Avernum into the open world. It's pretty interesting. Anyway, I don't know much, but it looks cool. Babdi, I'm gonna actually make a video on soon because it's a free-to-play game. Very good reviews. That's very similar to Metal Garden. So I'm gonna make a video about that soon. Back 4 Blood looks pretty cool. It's like this, you know, like Left 4 Dead co-op experience thing, but you can play it solo as well, I believe. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, you know, really need to get around to playing those. Barrow Trauma, I mean, I don't need to explain to you what Baldur's Gate is. Barrow Trauma is pretty crazy, pretty interesting. Haven't played it. Bastard Bonds, just look at the Seth video, that's all you need to know. Batman 1, 2, 3, 4, Arkham Knight, Origin City, and Asylum. Asylum I really loved. It's a little bit hard to go back to now, but it still holds up. City is better in that sense, but again, I've only played that one once, and I thought it was good. Arkham Origins I've never played, and Knight I've never played, but I will get to him at some point because I remember Arkham Asylum and City being very good. BattleBit Remastered, very sad because I really was enjoying that. I did play it a lot, 35 hours there. Would have definitely played it a lot more if it still had the player count, and I hope that when they do the whole overhaul that people go back to it, but I don't know if they should make it free to play, but I do think they should make it a lot cheaper so the bar for entry is lower. Alright. Battlefield series. Battlefield 1, played it for a bit. Well, how many hours? 32 hours, I mean, decent amount of time. It was fine, it was good, it was fun. Battlefield 5, I just played the campaign, didn't really like it. Battlefield Hardline, I mean, I just dropped a video about that. Bad Company 2, I never played. Bad Company 1, I played on the original Xbox, on the Xbox 360, sorry, the original game. Bad Company 1. Battlefield 3 and 4 are probably my favorite of the Battlefield games, especially 3. Not the campaigns, obviously the multiplayer. Battlefield Gothic Armada, again, I'm not going to say anything about the Warhammer games because I have never tried any of them and they look super interesting, but I just don't know anything about the world, so I'm not going to say anything. Bayonetta, awesome. Very sad that we'll never get Bayonetta 2 and 3 on Steam because Nintendo pretty much made sure that those games even existed. So we're pretty much, yeah, we're never going to see those on PC, which sucks. But Bayonetta obviously fantastic, similar to the old God of War games. Awesome, kind of very stylish action fighter, Devil May Cry style. Very fun. But you probably know about it. BeamNG Drive, obviously you know about that, I don't have to explain it. Bejeweled 3, amazing game, best puzzler out there. Besiege, haven't played it. Beyond Good and Evil, haven't played it, obviously a classic. Big Mother Truckers and Big Mother Truckers 2, Truck Me Harder. Yep, those are, they're re-released by Strategy First. This company that re-releases all these old kind of titles. Look pretty fun, just campy, 2000s fun. Binary Domain was this game, this Japanese game where you like talk into your mic and give commands to your guys. It's like a third-person shooter, I think, cover shooter. Binding of Isaac and Rebirth, obviously Rebirth I have 450 hours, I mean it's one, if not the greatest roguelike. Most people would say Hades, but I've not played Hades so I can't comment, but I would say Binding of Isaac Rebirth, greatest roguelike ever made. Bioshock, the first Bioshock is one of my favorite games ever. Just a perfect single player experience, I don't think many people can argue with that. And yes, there's a lot of people nowadays that are like, oh, Bioshock isn't even that good, and whatever, it's great. It's awesome, one of the best stories. Bioshock 2, massively underrated. Most people don't even remember it. Minerva's Den, the DLC for it was incredible. Definitely stands out. Bioshock Infinite. These days, a lot of people don't like it very much, so I don't really know why. I think it's pretty great. I like the story. Most people don't like that, but I think it's great. Really need to go back and play them. Black Desert Online, played that for a bit. Was very interesting, very ahead of its time when it came out, but yeah, I mean, I don't really do MMOs anymore. Black Mesa, haven't played it. Erica did, remake of the first Half-Life. Blade of Darkness, which was pretty much one of the first Souls-likes before Dark Souls was even a thing. Blasphemous 1 and 2, Blasphemous was like a very, it's like a Souls-like Metroidvania style game, very difficult, but pretty fun. Haven't really spent too much time with it yet. The BlazBlue series, gosh, it's like a spin-off of Guilty Gear, or it's like made by the people who made Guilty Gear or something like that. Fighting game, interesting characters. Yeah, I don't know too much about fighting games, so excuse me for that. Blood West, which is like a horror Western style RPG type game, which is pretty cool. Made by the people New Blood Interactive again. Every single thing they release is just banger after banger. Blood Rain 1 and 2, Terminal Cut, and here you have this stupid thing about Steam. You can't move the things. Like, obviously Blood Rain 1 is before Blood Rain 2, but for some reason Blood Rain 2 comes first. It makes no sense. Blood Rain 2 and 1 Terminal Cuts, the remakes of Blood Rain, the Blood Rain games. I've seen the movie, haven't played the games. The movie wasn't very good, obviously. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It's made by, is it Koji Igarashi, the creator of Castlevania? I think that's correct. Don't quote me on that. And he left Konami around the same time Kojima left to create his own Metroidvania, or his own sequel to Symphony of the Night. This is Victor's, what is his name? Victor something Blue Estate, the game, which is based off this. It's like a rail shooter based off of this comic book series, I believe. Blur, which is this is a non-Steam game, because I don't actually own that on Steam. But that was this great underrated racer by Ubisoft in an attempt to create a realistic racer, but with Mario Kart kind of power-ups and stuff like that. Alright, Boiling Point Road to Hell. This is a game that is freaking bizarre, but I'm very happy they released it on Steam. It's like a freaking like open world RPG set on it's like a Far Cry 3 kind of setting. It's really bizarre. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, very well received game. It's like a spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio. Then we have Bonecraft and Bone Town, which I won't be talking about, as you can imagine what those games are, but I'm not going to say anything. Borderlands 1, 2, 3, and the pre-sequel. Played Borderlands 1, tried to play the original, tried to play the enhanced version, which is right there. Played both of them for over 15 hours. Couldn't keep playing, was so bored. Really did try though. Played Borderlands 2 for about 10 hours, same feeling, although I do want to go back and play Borderlands 2, 3, pre-sequel, whatever, because I want to understand what the hype's about. To be fair, I haven't played those games with friends before, which might help the experience greatly. Brigador, which is like this really beautiful kind of top-down kind of, gosh, it's like a top-down kind of like mech game. Very beautifully animated, incredible soundtrack. Yeah, anyway, I haven't played it before, but I've seen a lot about it. The Mandalore video is very good. It's the reason I bought it. Brothers in Arms, Urn and Blood, Road to Hill 30, and Hell's Highway. Hell's Highway, I have played all of them. Hell's Highway I've played on Xbox 360. It's pretty cool. It's set in the Netherlands, which I really like, and they even speak some Dutch in the game. Road to Hill 30 and Urn and Blood were very fun, and I played them together with Erica, co-op, really good time. They're just your classic, Call of Duty style World War II shooters, but they're great. Brutal John 2, I think it's called Brutal John 2, there is no Brutal John 1. I think it's called that because of some naming dispute or whatever, but it's being updated still. It only came out a couple months ago. It's meant to be pretty decent, pretty fun, kind of boomer shooter. Bullet Witch, freaking weird game that I'm not going to talk about. This is a freaking weird game. It's like you're just like this witch with a big blade. It's kind of like Bayonetta if it didn't really work. Bulletstorm, which is it's kind of boring. I played it a couple times. I tried to. Some people really love it, but haven't gotten into it. Bully is this game. I mean, Bully is Bully is a Rockstar game. Still hasn't received a remaster or a sequel though, which is a bit strange. But I don't know if Rockstar still, if they want to be associated with bullying, I don't know. Anyway, Burnout 2, 3, Revenge, and Paradise. I played the original Paradise. This is the remastered version. The original Paradise was very fun, and I've never played the other ones. But I know Erica, she really likes, especially Burnout 3 Takedown. I mean, they're considered some of the best racing games for a reason. Butt Knight, I'm not going to talk about again. Great game for the Steam Deck though. Call of Cthulhu and Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth. Lovecraft games, very interesting, especially Dark Corners of the Earth. Doesn't really work well on modern systems. Maybe try the GOG version. Call of Duty. Do I really need to get into any of these? I mean, I really don't, do I? My favorite would probably be World at War. I think World at War always been my favorite for the campaign. For the multiplayer, probably Modern Warfare 2. or Black Ops, the original Black Ops. Those are probably my favorites. And then obviously Black Ops 4 Zombies, the first Black Ops. I mean, to be fair, I never played any of the zombies in like the newer ones, and people like I hear people who like Call of Duty talk about the original zombies as if it was bare bones, and maybe it is bare bones compared to the new ones, but I wouldn't know. I always just Kino der Toten, loved it, amazing, so much fun. All right. Call of Juarez. I have never played Band and Blood, the original, or the Cartel. Only ever played Gunslinger. I don't know why I just went like that, but Gunslinger is awesome. Highly recommended. Really short, sweet experience. Yeah, incredibly fun FPS. Can't really comment about the other ones. Call of the Sea, which I bought because it looked very similar to something like Firewatch, and I really liked Firewatch, so thought give that a go. It's like a puzzle game set on an abandoned island. Cars, I mean, I really have to tell you about Cars, you know, it's the PS2 game ported to PC. Or maybe they made the PC port first, I don't know. Castlevania Anniversary Collection, which is a collection of the original, like, 5 games, like Super Castlevania 4, Belmont's Quest, Dracula's Revenge, or whatever they're called, I don't know. The first one's very old, you know, like, the first one's from, like, 87 or whatever. But do definitely want to give them a try. It would be fun to try those games because I really want to get into Metroidvanias more. Haven't really played too many, and I kind of want to start with the actual, like, where the genre originated, you know? Alright, bro. No worries. I got you. Thank you, man. Alright. Lords of Shadow 2, Mirror of Fate. Never played them. These two are like God of War clones. Meant to be pretty fun, though. Catherine, extremely fun puzzle game. It's one of the only games in recent memory I remember completely finishing and then instantly going and replaying it again. Like, finishing the whole game and then just starting a new game. But I haven't done that since or before in a very long time. And I just, yeah, played the whole thing, had so much fun that I just wanted to try it again. Great game. Get the best ending, you know. That just proves how good it is. Some of these games, like these kind of games, they're like Eurojank, like dollar store games. I'm not gonna talk too much about them because there's nothing really to say. Don't really know anything about them. Arkalos, Chronicles of Mirtana, which is like the best rated thing on all of Steam, and it's like a free mod that's like the size of a whole game of Gothic 2, and obviously Gothic 2 is considered one of the best RPGs of all time. City Skylines, I mean, you know, City Skylines Cluster Truck, I recently got for like $1, and I played it, finished it, great fun, super fun game, puzzle game, very high paced, not very hard, pretty easy. The final level is difficult though, but apart from that, really good game, really good puzzle game. Code Vein, which is just anime Dark Souls. Second one is coming out this month, I think, but I haven't played it. Cold Fear, it's like a Resident Evil on a ship. It's kind of like Resident Evil Revelations, but it's like, it just got a GOG release with a whole bunch of fixes applied, which is pretty nice. They built it from like kind of from the ground up to run well on modern systems. We got all the Command & Conquer games, Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath, Tiberian Wars, Tiberian Twilight, etc, etc. I love General's 0 Hour. I love Red Alert 2 and 3, and I love Renegade. Like the actual like Command & Conquer 3, and also Tiberian Sun and Tiberian Dawn, like I never played those ones. But Red Alert in particular I really like. And also Generals I really like. And Renegade. I think Renegade was so awesome when I played it as a kid. Haven't gone back and played it, but as a kid, Renegade was awesome. And so many people didn't like it. Oh man, I think we might have to split this up in like 2 parts. Because we're only, how long have we been going for now? 40 minutes, and we're only in the sea. Yeah, I might have to split this up in 2 parts, but that's fine. We can split this up into 2 parts. I'll just go, you know, like what's like halfway. We'll go halfway into the alphabet, and then we'll do the rest next time because this is going to be a long time. But we'll just do it at nighttime when I'm not feeling like playing anything else. No big deal. We'll do that. I can't do 1200. I thought I could, but that, yeah, just do 600 and 600. That's more reasonable. Because back when I did the original video, I always think that I did that like in the last year, but I didn't. I did the original video back when I first started the channel, which was 2.5 years ago, which means, you know, 2.5 full years of collecting. Like, I have so many games more, and I had like maybe, I think I just barely had 1,000. So I am quickly gonna grab some water because I need some water because my throat is very dark. Let me just check if this is still working. If I go like this, yeah, so that does push me into, there we go. There we go. Well, I'm just gonna quickly grab some water. All right, so this still works. It's good. All right, good. All right. What is the middle letter in the alphabet? What is like the middle? Like the one right in the middle. Is it like P? No, that's way later. What's the middle letter of the alphabet? M. Alright. We'll go to there. Company of Heroes. Company of Heroes 2, Opposing Fronts, and Tales of Valor. I do not own the third game. I have, this is crazy, like I remember having a boxed version of Company of Heroes with the expansion. It was the Game of the Year edition. I had that as a kid and I played it a lot, but for some reason I don't remember any of it. I think it was too hard and I had to like watch my stepdad play it because he like was able to beat some of the missions. I couldn't do it. It was pretty difficult, but it's considered, you know, one of the best strategy games of all time for a reason. Would like to go back and play it at some point. Condemned Criminal Origins, gonna do a video on that soon. Obviously did the Moogle Supercut. Want to play the second one for the first time ever. You know, I've never played the second one before. I mean, what a game. In my opinion, the best horror game ever made. Conscript, this really crazy like horror game set. It's like a top-down horror game set in World War One, meant to be really dark, and it just got a director's cut. Contagion, obviously just did the video about the ambience in the maps. Like, obviously not a very good game, but the ambience is very well done. Contraband Police, one of those simulators that ended up being very popular. Haven't played it. It's getting an expansion if I'm not mistaken. Control. That was made by Remedy, I think. I'm not sure, but I had a pretty good time. What was I gonna say? I haven't played it before. Didn't have a pretty good time playing it. I haven't played it before. I had a pretty good time with Remedy's other game, Alan Wake. I think it's Remedy. I should check. I shouldn't be talking. Yeah, it is Remedy. Okay, good. I haven't played Quantum Break or anything like that, but I mean, Control was one of those games that it really set a benchmark for like the way games looked when ray tracing first became a thing. It was really cool to see. And obviously now they released the Ultimate Edition or whatever. It's meant to be like really nice looking. Core Keeper, really fun looking game. It's like similar style to something like RimWorld kind of thing, but just like there's some other games that are similar to it. But just another one of those games I picked up for the Steam Deck and then ended up not using the Steam Deck very much. But I probably prefer playing it on the PC anyway. Koromon, which is like, I think it's Chinese. It's like a Pokemon ripoff, but it's meant to be pretty good. The Council, very fun, like Telltale style game with, well, I say very fun. It's interesting, at least. It's pretty bad. It's like pretty badly designed, but it's interesting. It's an interesting story. It's about the Louisiana Purchase and there's conspiracies and occultism and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's different. You don't really see stuff like that anymore, or at all, really. Counter-Strike, I don't have to say anything about that. Don't really play Counter-Strike. Have played it though, but no, it's never really been my thing. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I finished the first one. Didn't really like it very much, and I think I played the second one, and then we kind of played the third one, and I just didn't really have fun with it very much. It's very much one of those nostalgic things of the time. I didn't really enjoy it, and I felt the same way when I did the Spyro trilogy, which we'll get to. I played the Spyro trilogy, and I was like, I played the first game, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is fun, but it's kind of old, and not like even playing the remaster, like I was kind of like, oh, I don't really like this very much, especially because I had nostalgia for Spyro, and I was like, oh, this is not as fun as I remember it being. Anyway, doesn't matter. Crash Time 2 and 3, they're pretty weird, like German games. I can't remember what the actual German title is. Something police. But they're German like racing games, and they have this oh fucking, that's so annoying. They have this like crazy like physics system, crazy missions, crazy world. They seem pretty fun. We should play them on the channel at some point. I'm gonna say that a lot. Crash Day Redline is like this. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't know too much. I shouldn't talk about it if I don't know. Crazy Taxi, you all know Crazy Taxi, Sega classic from the Dreamcast. The Crew, which I have played quite a bit back in the day, made a video on it right before it shut down. The Crew 2, they said that, I think Ubisoft said that they're going to, when the Crew 2 eventually shuts down, they'll leave a single player mode, which would be really nice, Especially for the people who spent hundreds and hundreds of hours playing the game because they really like it. And it's funny because I really liked it. Just exploring America and driving around and using the motorbikes and going down all the different roads. It's actually really fun. It's like a lot of fun. And to be honest, I should install it again and play it because it was really good time. I remember playing with my friend and kind of just driving around the world, and it was really fun. Yeah, fuck it, I should install it. It's a really fun game. Like, I never would do the missions or whatever, obviously not. I'd just drive around the world. But I did like that the first one had a lot more landmarks. The second one kind of did away with a lot of landmarks, which was a shame. Crime Boss Roque City. Oh god, that was a game that came out, and I was really interested in it because I really like the idea of like a AA game or a B game. I think that's really interesting. We don't get many of those these days. And of course it has Mads Mikkelsen. Yes. Ah, yes. Mads Mikkelsen. My favorite actor, Mads Mikkelsen. No, Michael Madsen, who recently passed away. Kim Basinger, Chuck Norris, heaps of other people. And it's a roguelike heist shooter kind of thing. It's really interesting, and it's pretty fun. It's not the most polished game or anything, but it's pretty fun. Cruelty Squad, I haven't played yet or gone into, but it looks pretty cool. It's pretty. Those kind of games look really fun and look really interesting, but to actually sit down and play them, I just haven't had the time or inclination. Crusader Kings 2, Crusader Kings 3. I love Crusader Kings as I do most Paradox games. European Universalis 4 is my most played game of all time. Crusader Kings 2 very, very fun. But then Crusader Kings 3 came out, and I was like, oh, I kind of really do like the things that they implemented in the third game. So Crusader Kings 2 kind of a bit obsolete, but I still play it considering the third game has so much freaking DLC. Because Paradox are cunts, and they always just charge people, you know, they rob people, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They rob people of their money. Because their DLCs are so expensive, and it's completely ridiculous. Anyway, they charge the price for pretty much a brand new game for, you know, you can pick, I mean, for the price of their DLCs, you can pick up Stellar Blade, you can pick up Red Dead Redemption 1, you know, the new one. You can pick up Uncharted 4, you can pick up God of War Ragnarok, you know, and it's like, you can have an infinitely better time, not with those games rather than Crusader Kings, but it's just that the pricing is ridiculous. Anyway, it's a whole nother can of worms. Crypt and the Necrodancer I've had in my library for like 10 years, and they're still updating it, which is good. But I've never played it. It's like a rhythm game, I think. Yeah, never played it before. I think I got it for free. I don't think I've ever bought it. I think I got it for free like a long time ago. The Crysis series. I cannot comment. I have never played Crysis. I had a friend in school who was really in love with the Crysis games on his PS3, and yeah, I never played it. All in all, looks very fun though. Looks very fun. Cuphead. Now, Cuphead was very easy. I think it was very overhyped. No, like in terms of like how difficult it was. It was very good game, very beautiful, incredible art style, looking absolutely wonderful, good music, fun bosses, like everything about it, awesome. It was just not as hard as people said it was. Yeah, like nowhere near as hard as people said it was. Took me about 8 hours to beat the whole thing, and that was it. It was not that hard. I never went back to play the last course, but I will go back at some point. It's crazy that there's never a second game. I know there's like, this game took a lot of work, but it came out like what, like 8 years ago now? Crazy. Cyberpunk 2077, I loved it. I played it the week it came out on PC, and I didn't have a single problem. I didn't have a problem with performance, didn't really have any problems with bugs, glitches, nothing like that. A lot of people had problems, I didn't have any issues. Played it for 90 hours in like a week or two. No, like it was like a week. I played it for 90 hours and then just beat it. Great fun, almost 100%ed it, and then yeah, haven't played it since. Really need to go back and play it with all the patches, with all the mods, with the Phantom Liberty expansion. Never got around to playing that. Danganronpa. I was about to say Dragon's Dogma, but that's down there. Danganronpa 1, 2, 3. Never played 2 or 3, but I love the first game. Very, very fun. You know what Danganronpa is. I don't have to explain it. If you don't know what Danganronpa is, just don't look up anything. Just go into the first game blind, and you'll have a blast. Give me 1 second. Okay, Dark Messiah, Might and Magic. Dark Messiah, Might and Magic, man. That's a game that I always wanted to try out because it's just one of those games that it has such a crazy system, like physics system and magic system, and the whole kicking thing. You get like the super fun. I really need to play through that on the channel at some point. Sorry, my little brother is like, Happy New Year. Alright, cool. Alright. So, Dark Souls. Obviously, I mean, I don't need to say much. Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition, 48 hours, you can see. Man, Dark Souls, the first one is magical. Like, it's so good. And I don't think there's many games out there, you know, it's one of those games that's genre defying, but a lot of people are like, Dark Souls 1, overrated, you know. A lot of people played Elden Ring first, they have trouble going back to Dark Souls 1. It makes no sense to me. I played through Dark Souls Remastered recently. Not recently, like a year ago. And I was just like, what is, like, there's nothing, like, this holds up so well. And it's because the world is so intricately designed. And it all makes sense. And the second game, I only ever played once. And I really liked it, you know, but it never gave me that feeling that the first game did. The third game, I love the third game, but it's way too easy. Like, it's not too easy. It's kind of like really well balanced. It's decently easy, but then it has some of my favorite bosses in the entire series. It's very linear compared to the first game, but not in a bad way or anything like that. It's actually, yeah, it's really fun. I do really like Dark Souls 3. I think it's pretty fantastic. I could just gush about the Souls series. You know, it's a crime that Bloodborne and Demon Souls in particular, aren't on here on Steam, because that would be an instant buy. Those games are incredible. And I think more people need to experience them, because, like, they're the games that, you know, they teach you that dying, it's not like a lot of people, they do a rage quit and stuff like that. I remember like the early 2010s, people just play games and they're hard and then they rage quit, and it makes no sense to me. Like, I like when games are difficult, and we'll come on to Neo soon, but Neo as well, like, so crushingly difficult, but it's fair, you know. When it's like Dark Souls 2, I like less because Dark Souls 2 has a lot of bullshit. Anyway, Darkest Dungeon, never played. Pretty iconic game these days, like, you know, a lot of people have played it. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, Slay the Spire is so difficult, but Darkest Dungeon is like way harder. But it, again, it's one of those things. Darkest of Days, it's like a weird time travel shooter that used to be on Steam and it's not now, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea. Darkness 2, I wish the first Darkness had a PC port, because I have played this. I played through the second one, awesome game. Never played the first one, because I never owned it on Xbox or PS3. Really should get around to playing that. Darksiders 2, because I want to replay the second one. A very fun game, very fun. Very cool story. Darksiders 1, 2, and not 3, but Darksiders 1 and 2. It's like a Zelda-like, kind of. It's like a Zelda clone, but you're playing as like war and death. It's like like not very heavy. It's like very heavy on puzzling and platforming and stuff. I haven't gotten around to them. It's like one of those God of War clones. That's more. It's like a weird like Zelda clone. Anyway, Darkwood, top-down horror game. Haven't played it before. Second one's coming out at some point soon. You know, like Pyro did like an 8-hour video on it. I think that's what the one he did an 8-hour video on. Pretty crazy, but it's meant to be decent. Day of the Tentacle, part of the oh god, what's it coming? Double Fine games like Full Throttle and Grim Fandango. Never played any of them. Never really played any adventure games. Like, I played like the Pajama Sam games, Putt Putt, and Freddy Fish, and what is it, Spy Fox? But those are for kids, you know, like, those games are great, but I haven't played any of the Double Fine adventure games, or Monkey's Island, anything like that. Days Gone. Days Gone. I actually wrote a script about Days Gone, and I never did anything with it because Days Gone was a game that I played. I just gave it a go, and it's one of those games, there's nothing wrong with the game, but you either like it or you don't. And I played it for over 20 hours, like 24 hours, and I didn't like it. I like the character, I like the world, I like the bike riding thing is cool, the zombie, like the way it looks is nice, like there wasn't anything wrong with it, but again, it was one of those games where I was kind of like, it's fine, you know? And then I ended up being spoiled about the story, and then I was really happy I didn't play the whole game, because I was like, oh, it's just one of those plot lines, and it was really disappointing. But, you know, again, if you like it, I also didn't like the stealth thing, and anyway. Daisy. Yeah. I've got, what, 37 hours in the game, but that's all from when it first came out. It was like still an alpha or beta or whatever. I never went back and played it because I just thought I'd much rather play this, like the mods for Arma 1 and 2 and 3, but obviously I haven't gone back. Those are games I played 10 years ago and never went back. Dead Cells. That's pretty much my most played, apart from Binding of Isaac, my most played game on the Steam Deck. Very fun. I'm not very good at it though. It's pretty difficult, but it's a very good game. Very fun. Very, very cool. Like, I love the way the game looks and plays. One of the best games you could be playing on the Steam Deck. Dead Island 1 and 2. Oh, Dead Island Riptide as well. Riptide's weird. Like, I played Dead Island 1 and really loved it. And as a kid, I remember getting like a limited edition steelbook of Dead Island Riptide, and I still have it. And I never played the game. And then Dead Island 2, I just bought in the Steam sale like a week ago. Because they were selling it for like $7 or something like that. Australian dollars, so it's like $3 American. Which is a decent price, because it looks very fun. Dead or Alive 5 and 6. I've never really gotten, again, fighting games. I'm not going to say too much because I don't know much about fighting games. I just don't straight up. Dead Rising, just like the next one, Dead Space, is 2 series I've never played. Looks really fun. Just need to get into it at some point. Whether it's the remaster, whether it's, you know, for both Dead Rising 1 and Dead Space 1, whether it's any of them, the spin-offs, never played them. It looked very fun though, very fun. Deadlight. Deadlight was like a side-scrolling, I say was, but it is. It's like a side-scrolling, like, it's like a side-scrolling like survival game. It was fine. I played it. I finished it. It wasn't very memorable. Like, I didn't really like it very much. I finished it though. I don't know. Like, I must have played like years ago. But it was fine. Deadly Doesn't Reloaded. There's an Australian YouTuber called Mini Me, and I think he took a big break from YouTube for like a year. He might be back uploading now, but he took a big break. That's the original Deadly Dozen is like his favorite game, and then this company, I can't remember what the company is, but this company made like a remaster of this old game, and it's like a very tactical, similar to like Hidden and Dangerous, if you know what that is. Looks pretty cool. I should play it at some point, which is true for most of these games. Deadly Premonition and Deadly Premonition 2. Deadly Premonition, I know the whole story. I haven't played it through it on my account, but I've seen the whole story, and I love how crazy it gets. The second one, by all accounts, isn't very good, but again, still pretty interesting. Death Must Die, which it was like a roguelike that they made that doesn't really get much support. It seems pretty dead, and it's gotten some bad reviews recently because people think it's finished, but a lot of potential there. Didn't really enjoy that much when I played it. But again, that's the risk you have buying early access games, right? That's why I tend to wait until at least 1.0 comes out. For most games, I see Director's Cut for Death Stranding. I remember buying Death Stranding for Erica when it came out. She played it on the PS4. And then eventually the Death Stranding Director's Cut came out on PC. Haven't played it myself. Second game on the beach. Incredible music, incredible, the way the game looks incredible. I just haven't, like many of these things, haven't gone around to playing it. Just haven't been playing very many games in the last couple of years, and I really want that to change, because there's no reason for me to constantly not play games, right? Especially when you want to have a gaming channel. Death to Spies, which, that's such an interesting game, because I remember Death to Spies, I think it's Moment of Truth, in like an old Power Limited magazine, which is like the PC Gamer equivalent for the Netherlands, or I don't know if it's PC Gamer, it's like the Dutch like gaming magazine, and it's still going. And well, I think it's still going. I assume so. Anyway, Death to Spies, Moment of Truth is, and the first one, but they're practically identical in the engine and everything. They're like a Hitman, like the early Hitman games like Blood Money, things like that, where you can, you know, get disguises, but it's set in World War II. Pretty interesting setup. I remember seeing it in like a magazine and really being interested in it, and then playing it as an adult and being like, wow, this is difficult. Never finished it though. Deathloop, I gave that a big go, you know, because I love Arcane's Dishonored series. And I just gave it a go, and it was a very interesting premise, and it's just let down by a lot of things, but it was a bit of a letdown, I gotta be honest. It's a bit of a letdown. Death's Door. Fuck, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. Looks fun. This is just some games I just don't know. Dead Space Waifu. Dead Space. Oh god. Deep Space Waifu. Deep Space Waifu. Flat Justice. And Deep Space Waifu. World. And there's other ones too, like Neko. Is it Neko? Dead Space Waifu, yeah. She's a brick. How? Yeah, no, bloody hell, I'm only at the letter D, man. Crazy. This is great. It puts in perspective how many fucking games I have. Holy shit, this is a problem. Deep Space Waifu, Flat Justice, and World are extremely fun games that don't exist anymore on Steam, sadly. They were all taken down for some reason. Very fun games, like bullet hell kind of games. Yeah, very fun. Finished all of them. Great games. Sad they don't make more of them. Descenders, made by the people who made Action Hank, which is a procedurally generated free riding game. Should try it out at some point. Oh, you like it? You're enjoying it? That's good. That's good. I'm glad. All right. Destroy All Humans and Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Destroy All Humans is the remakes from the old console games. The first one I played for quite a bit. I thought it was extremely difficult. I didn't know how difficult it was going to be when I started, and it was freaking difficult. Very funny, very fun games, don't get me wrong, but very difficult. Never got around to playing the second one though, which is a shame, but I will get around to it. Deus Ex, I did actually play that for quite a bit. Oh, I played the revision mod, that's why I don't have any hours on that. But man, like the original Deus Ex was such a staple, just like the original Thief and stuff like that. Like to really put the immersive sim genre on the map. I went and played Human Revolution, and man, it's one of those games I actually expected a lot more from, and it really showed that I prefer the fantasy genre over the cyberpunk genre, or the cyberpunk, the kind of like the fantasy, sci-fi genre. I don't know. I have never played Mankind Divided, but I think I need to go back and try Human Revolution again at some point because I don't know. I kind of by the end I was kind of getting sick of it, and which is not a good sign. It's always bad when you're like, you know, halfway, three-quarters through a game, and you're like, you just want it to be over instead of wanting more, you know? Like when I played Catherine, and all I wanted was more of the game, so I just played the whole game again. Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And obviously the DMC remake. The DMC remake, is the only Devil May Cry game I've played, which is probably pretty bad. That one was fine, it was fun, it was decent. Wasn't anything special. Played that many years ago. I never played 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, and I really should. But Erica played the first one, and she really liked it, so who knows. Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, and Next Order. Haven't played either of them, but I saw how Time Stranger got very good reviews, and it makes me very happy to see a Digimon property do well, because Digimon really deserves better. And I wish they'd make a, you know how like, yeah, Digimon has this cool open world RPG monster collecting thing with beautiful graphics? Imagine if they did the same thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Diplomacy is not an option. Which is like this... It's like this wave... kind of like this castle defense, tower defense, with waves and waves and waves of enemies. Very interesting game. I haven't gone around to it. Again, that's just a theme for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't own 5 because it's meant to be really bad. Rally and Rally 2. Yeah. I only ever played the second one on Xbox. Enjoyed it a lot. Never played the original. Never played 3 or 4. Or the Rally games. Again, haven't gone around to it. Also, Rally 2 is like... Is it Rally 1? No, Rally 2 is like over 100 gigs. What game am I thinking of that's like really big? It's not that one. Rally 2 is a pretty big game, but 100 gigs is not that bad. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2017 is like 250 gigs because it installs Warzone with it for some reason. Disco Elysium, the final cut. Disco Elysium was fun. Played that. But it was very, you know, the dialogue was really good. The interactions between characters was really good. The actual world and like the story was not very good. Especially after the halfway point and it goes kind of into like off the deep end. I didn't enjoy it very much anymore. I finished the game. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I really did. I enjoyed the characters and the interactions between the characters, and the voice acting was very nice. But if I had to play that game without the voice acting and just read everything, I would have quit way before. And I'm not a snob, like I don't need to have the voice acting. I love Morrowind. It doesn't have any voice acting, it doesn't need it. But that's because Morrowind is it has really fun gameplay, whereas Disco Elysium doesn't have any gameplay. It's just, you know, it's practically a visual novel, right? An interactive visual novel. But it's fine, you know. I do not understand how it has like a 97 on Metacritic, but whatever. Anyway, Dishonored. For my money, one of the best stealth games, one of the best... it's not an RPG, it's like a like action adventure, you know, old school, immersive sim, you know, it's like an immersive sim, and for my money, one of the best. Dishonored 1, absolutely incredible. Dishonored 2, still haven't played to this day, which is weird, because I really like the first game a lot. It's one of those games I've finished on Xbox multiple times, and I went and played it on PC again, and just had a blast. Divine Divinity, Divinity 2, Divinity Original Sin, and Divinity Original Sin 2. Divine Divinity is the original one from 2000. I haven't gone back and played that, or the second one. Divinity Original Sin 2 is meant to be one of the best RPGs ever made, and the original one is meant to be no slouch, but the problem is, I've gone back and played that game 3 separate occasions, and it never... I want to play those games so much, but it just doesn't grip me as it should. It's not gripping enough to keep playing, which is a shame. Like, it just doesn't... I just don't know. Maybe at some point I will go back and play it and I'll really love it, but at this point I haven't gotten to the point where I can feel invested enough into the world from the get-go to stick with it. DMC, I talked about. Doom. I've never played any of the Doom games except Doom 2016, and Doom 2016 is a phenomenal game. It's a great experience. I can imagine if you came, from the original Doom games and played those, Doom 2016 was incredible, but even for someone who hadn't played those games before, Doom 2016 was incredible. It was amazing. It was very fun. And yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Wonderful game. I've not gotten around to playing Eternal either. Really should, but obviously we should play the original classic at some point. Door Kickers and Door Kickers 2. Got really into Door Kickers 2 for a while, but it's good. Like, I'm not very good at those kind of puzzle games. It's really tough, and sometimes it feels a little unfair. Sometimes it feels just a little unfair, and it made me... I don't know. It was a little bit... It got a little bit frustrated. Sorry, just checking about if the music was still fine. It got a little bit frustrating after a while, so I decided to stop playing. But they're very fun games though, and if you can stick with it, you can get a lot of time and fun out of that. Dwarf Romantic, really fun little puzzler. I'm actually... Some of these games, like The Crew 2, I mentioned before, and now Dwarf Romantic, I'm kind of like, hey, I kind of want to install that, because that's actually like an extremely fun puzzle game. Extremely fun, like to just, if you want to just give it a quick go, and it's very small install, so you can just, it will work on anything, and it's like, you basically get this grid, and you place down, you get a stack of tiles, and like, when you run, I think it's when you run out of tiles or something, like you lose, and you have to just keep building, and every time you build like a certain pattern or you complete a quest of like putting the things in the thing, like in the grid, the hexagons, I think they are, you put them in the grid, and it creates this beautiful, panoramic like world. Is that the word, panoramic? No, that's not the word. That's not the word. What is the word? When I don't know, it doesn't matter. Double Action Boogaloo, which is pretty much one of the best, funnest free-to-play games I've ever seen, and it's extremely fun. Eric and I played this a lot when we first met. It's one of the first things we played, and we played a lot of it. Yeah, like Double Action Boogaloo is awesome. It's basically this in the Source engine where you can do all these like dolphin dives from Call of Duty, like, but you can, and like Max Payne, you can just like jump that way and this way and forward and backward and flip and do all these crazy things, and it's like almost like a battle royale shooter in like these small maps, but you can just respawn, and then it goes up to, like, it's about who has the most kills and who can do like the craziest kills, and who can collect the most money from each other. It's very fun, but sadly pretty dead. Like, no people playing it. It's like a free-to-play game from 15 years ago, which makes sense. Oh man, holy shit! We've still got so much. How long have we been going for? An hour and 20 minutes, and we haven't even made it to the letter E yet. Oh my god! All right, focus. Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition, and yes, I do not own the Veilguard because I do not need that in my life. Dragon Age Origins is one of the finest mainstream RPGs ever made, and I say mainstream because it is very good. If you're trying to get into playing role-playing games, it is probably the best place to start, because it is definitely harder than something like an Elder Scrolls game, but it's also much more intricate. And I think that Dragon Age Origins is probably, having now played the entire Mass Effect trilogy, I would say that it's probably BioWare's best game. Maybe Knights of the Old Republic is close to that. And some people would say Mass Effect 2, but I think Dragon Age Origins, as a standalone game, is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Yeah, maybe we have to split it into 4 parts. That's fine, we'll work it out. It's fun. It's fun. We can do it as a bit of a late night thing. Right? A little bit of a late night stream. It's no problem. So, yeah, Dragon Age Origins, great. Amazing. Dragon Age 2 is a much more focused storyline. You don't create your own character. You're playing as a guy called Hawk in the city-state of Kirkwall. It's a much more small scale, tightly focused, has more darker elements. Dragon Age Inquisition, which is like the exact opposite of Dragon Age 2, where it goes much more, you know, big. It's much more open world. Instead of cityscapes, it's much more fields and shit like that. Yeah, it's whatever. Dragon Age Xenoverse. Dragon Age Xenoverse. That's Dead Space waifu all over again. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I don't own the second one. And I played that one for a couple hours back in when it came out, and it was fine. I was really wanting a new Dragon Ball game, but nothing can compare to like Budokai Tenkaichi 2 or 3. Or hell, even Budokai 3. Kakarot, a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know, I haven't played it. I used to be such a big Dragon Ball Z fan when I was a kid, but just never got around to playing any of the newer games. I haven't played Sparking Zero either, which is meant to be like Tenkaichi 4. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, obviously the enhanced version of Dragon's Dogma. Second game got pretty bad reviews, but then again, I watched some reviews, like I watched some videos, some YouTubers talking about it, and it looks pretty fun, I gotta say. First game, I only ever started playing it once, and I gave up after like 2 hours. It's really cool. Really in depth. Just haven't, again, like it's just one thing, like it's just in the last couple of years can't really trust me to like sit down and play a game for an extended period of time. Feel so much guilt, which is sad, but that's just how it's been. Draken Sang is one of these games that's like crazy because you can't get, I don't know if you can still get them on Steam nowadays. No, not available in your region. I think I literally had to get like my friend in like another country, I had to get him to buy them for me because they're just not available on Steam. I think you can just buy them on GOG. I don't think that's an issue. I think you just get them. But yeah, Drakensang really, or maybe you can't. Maybe they're not on GOG. But Drakensang is this really crazy RPG from like the 2000s. Yeah, anyway. Driver. So I got 3 there. Drive 3er, Parallel Lines, and San Francisco. Drive San Francisco, I played on Xbox. Fantastic game. Fantastic. Absolutely awesome. Awesome game. It's like one of the only games I've ever seen that did a story in a racing game well. Very good game. Driver 3 and Parallel Lines, I never played those games. Driver 3, obviously bad reputation, but pretty interesting. Duke Nukem 3D and Duke Nukem Forever. Duke Nukem Forever was bad, and I don't have any nostalgia for Duke Nukem at all, and I played 3D. I think I tried, but I just didn't, just one of those things. Duke Nukem Forever was fine. I think I did beat it, but I mean, it took like 3 hours, and it was so bad. And it's a shame, because they could have done a lot with it, but yeah. Dusk. Made by David Szymanski, I think his name is. Also made Gloomwood, a bunch of other games, and he made those for New Blood Interactive, which I mentioned already twice. Great publisher, great, just pretty much just releasing quality games. Dusk 12, which is one of those games I got, which is one of those like Eastern European games that I got in like a bundle for like 3 cents. Looks pretty crazy, looks pretty fun. I think it's made by the people who made Stalin Subway. Dwarf Fortress, I mean, you know what Dwarf Fortress is. If you don't, just play it. It is one of the hardest games in the world to get into, but once you're into it, it can take thousands of hours from you. Again, a game that I haven't gotten into because I just haven't had the time to sit down and that's bullshit. I have had the time. I definitely have had the time. I haven't had the willpower to sit down and play anything, but especially something like that just it takes a lot of brain power, and you got to be focused because a game like that is difficult. Dying Light, first game, Dying Light 1. Very, very good game. The following DLC, also very good. But it wasn't like... It's one of those games I'd give like a 7. It's not like, 7, like... It's not one of my favorite games ever, but I finished it and I had a great time. And I finished the DLC, had a great time with that too. It's just... Not a big fan of horror games, and it's not even that it was that scary or anything, it's just... I didn't really... There's some, I just didn't really like it very much. Dynasty Warriors 7, I did play for quite a bit. Had a good time with it. But it got pretty repetitive, which, I mean, that's the name of the game with Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors 8, never played it before. Earth Defense Force 4, The Shadow of New Despair. Earth Defense Force is crazy. I've never played the 5th one, the 6th one. Yeah, they're just wild games. I think I got that for free like a million years ago. Never gotten around to playing it. East Shade, which is a really interesting game. It's like a, it's like a, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not even like an RPG. It's like a kind of, it reminds me of a lot of things like Myst and Riven, stuff like that. That's probably the it's like a puzzle game, but that like every character's like an animal, and like it's in this pretty beautiful world. I know it's cool. It's never gotten a sequel or anything like that. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Easy Red 2, an incredible game made by a single guy, an Italian guy who's just a beast. Like doing like a massive patch every month. Free DLC, and whenever he charges for a DLC, it's huge, it's quality. Whole campaigns, like, it's so much content, it's unbelievable. Huge battles with like 200 soldiers at once, and all this vehicles and planes and God knows what, all different fronts all over Europe and Asia. Like, wonderful, great game, and also very cheap. Echo Point Nova, which is meant to be this like similar to something like Neon White, where you got this like just platforming, but like very high speed. Sorry, hitting the microphone. Very well received. I don't know what to say. I haven't played it. El Matador is like this shitty. I think it's from like the late 2000s. It's like you're in the Mexican Special Police and you're solving crimes. I think it's in Mexico. It could also be in Spain, but I think it's in Mexico. Play that on the channel at some point, I'm sure. Elden Ring. I mean, do I really have to say anything about Elden Ring? It's like the most covered game in the last few years. Everything that has been said about it. I haven't played the DLC, the Shadow of the Earth Tree. In fact, I haven't played Elden Ring since it came out. I played it for like 100 hours when it came out, finished it all, got all the endings, and then just, like, I beat it, beat New Game Plus again, and then that was it. Haven't gone back to it. Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion. Okay, Skyrim. Haven't played Arena before. Tried Daggerfall, pretty old, but if you play Unity, the Daggerfall Unity thing, it works pretty well. Again, it's hard to get into. It's difficult. Morrowind, one of the greatest RPGs ever made. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely holds up. if you can deal with a little bit of jank, I mean, considering it's like 24 years old at this point, fantastic. I mean, it's Morrowind, you know? What do you want me to say? Tribunal, Blood Moon, fantastic. Oblivion, which is the game that pretty much got me into RPGs to begin with. I got it as a gift when I was 7 years old, and I never looked back. Oblivion is just one of the greatest games ever made. And I never played the remake, or the remaster, I guess. Don't need to play it. I mean, I will at some point, but I mean, at this point, I don't need it. I mean, if I want to play Oblivion, play the original. Holds up very well. Elder Scrolls Online, I did try for a bit, even played it on the channel a couple of years ago. I prefer games like that. Single player, like, you know, World of Warcraft is the one exception to that, but that doesn't have any, like, it doesn't have a single player RPG equivalent, right? So you don't really have a choice. Whew, Skyrim. Skyrim. What can I say about Skyrim that hasn't already been said? It is just one of the most phenomenal, you can see the 300 and whatever hours, but I mean, it's one of those games that I bought on PC when it came out, I bought it on Xbox 360 when it came out, I bought it on PS3 when it came out, I bought it, like, I just played it on everything, and it's one of those games you can play modded, unmodded, like, obviously you'd prefer it modded, especially these days, but even if you don't have anything, if you haven't played a game before, like if you come from a different planet and you haven't played a game and you play Skyrim, you're gonna have a good time. Like, it's just, Skyrim is fun, and it's there's a reason that people are so obsessed with when is Elder Scrolls 6 coming, you know? It's like GTA 6, you know? Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim was just, it was legendary when that came out on 11/11/11. Remember that day as if it were yesterday. Incredible, incredible. Elex. Elex and Elex 2. Made by the people Piranha Bytes, who made Gothic and who made Risen. And they're very different to the originals, to the other games. They're RPGs, open world RPGs, but they're, especially like the second one, they're meant to be pretty stiff. Haven't gotten around to them. They're like sci-fi RPGs. Oh god. Alright, I think, oh my god, E is still so much. I think we're gonna leave it on E. I think we're gonna do, my god, that's gonna be like 5 parts. Holy shit, okay. Wow. That's so crazy. We've already been going for an hour and a half, and I've been talking non-stop. I mean, that's good. It puts in perspective how many freaking games I have that I need to start playing them instead of just thinking about them and talking about them. Yeah, too many games. Yeah, too many fucking games. Enclave, and it's like the saddest part is that I want to play all of them. It's not that I don't want to play these games. They're not random games. These are games that I've picked out, curated myself for my account. Not ones that I've just bought in bundles and shit like that. That stuff I put in the hidden category because there's heaps more there. Or I just give the codes to other people. This is all stuff I want to play or have played. Anyway, Enclave, really cool looking, like, I think it's a Russian-made RPG, might not be, but it's pretty cool. It's like an RPG from like 2003 or whatever. Ender Lilies, Quiet as of the Night. There's a sequel called something Magnolia. Oh god. Sorry, I'm drinking coconut water, which I probably shouldn't be doing. I don't want to drink like a whole fucking pack of it. Just need some regular water, but it's fine. We'll just finish it off. Ender Lilies, Quiet of the Night. It's like a very beautiful Metroidvania. Again, haven't played it. And then there's like all these fucking like classic games I want to play. Oh man, just wasting my time not playing these games. Enderroll. I'm so jealous of people who can play games as their job. Enderroll, Forgotten Stories. It's Skyrim. It's made in the Skyrim engine. It's this incredible thing. It's the sequel to Nerim, which was a similar sort of mod, like whole game thing. Overhaul, total overhaul for Oblivion, and then this is the sequel, and it's completely free. So if you own Skyrim and you want more Skyrim, just play Enderall. It's awesome. Endless Legend and Endless Space 2. The Endless Universe. You also got like Dungeon of the Endless, and now you also have Endless Legend 2. They are really interesting like strategy games. Again, for the 100th time, haven't played them myself very much, but they're very interesting. Enemy Front is just like this budget like FPS, which is pretty bad. Entropy Zero, which is like, and then you got Entropy Zero 2, which are like, these are games that like, I think they're Half-Life mods. I mean, they're obviously Half-Life mods. What am I saying? I think they are. They're obviously Half-Life mods. But they're meant to be really, really good. I haven't played them. Because I haven't played Half-Life before, which might come as a shock to some people, but it's just one of those games. Never played it. Own all of them, never played them. Escape from Tarkov, which came out recently. Very fun Tarkov-like, or yeah, it's a Tarkov-like. It's a Escape from Tarkov. I mean, it's obviously Escape from Tarkov, but you're a little duck guy, and it's really cool. I mean, it's all the staples from the genre. You build a base, you go out, get supplies, extract, whatever, you know how it goes. Euro Truck Simulator 2, already mentioned it. Europe Universalis 3 and 4. 3 is a bit old. It's not that old, I mean, it's fine. But, I mean, I'm so used to playing 4, and I've played 4 for over 1,000 hours. That's my game of choice. Evenical 1 and 2, I'm not going to talk about that, because, yep, can't talk about that, but they're meant to be pretty decent RPGs. Evil Genius 2. Evil Genius is like this pretty classic game. Never got around to playing this one. It's like a base builder, but it's like an XCOM style game where you're sending like whatever. Anyway, Evil West. Fuck, it's like, I don't even know. It's like a Western game. I don't fucking know. Too many games, like you said. Too many games. Too many games. Too many games. Evil Within. God, I hate the black bars at the top and bottom where it's like, ooh, it's cinematic, but it's really annoying. It's an interesting story though, and there's some cool parts about it, but I never got around to playing the second one. Exodus from the Earth, again, was a part of that like bundle I bought with the heaps of Eurojank stuff. Expeditions, Rome, and Viking, which are again top-down tactical RPGs. Meant to be pretty fun. Especially Rome is meant to be a lot more polished than Viking is, but again, I cannot comment. I Divine Cybermancy, a classic immersive sim from, fuck, I don't want to say 2000 and, might be the early 2010s, but it could also be the late 2000s. It might be from like 2007 or 2009 or something like that. Very complicated, insane immersive sim. Very much a product of its time. Can we go through F? Oh my god, there's so many games in F as well. How long have we gone for now? An hour and 40 minutes. I thought this was going to take long, but I didn't think it was going to take this long. Oh my god. Wow, I think I'll have to split this up into multiple parts, I think, because this is crazy. I've done 5 letters. The thing is, like, when you go down here, it's not as bad. I can go through. I say that, but okay, yeah. I think we definitely have to split this up, because there's all those non-Steam games in there and stuff, and some free-to-play games and whatnot, and mods and shit. But yeah, we'll 1 hour per letter, yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll stop it here. We've gone through 5 letters. It took an hour and 40 minutes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, next time we'll go through F. Well, like, let's see. We'll go through F, G, H, and that's already a lot. I, J, K. Yeah. All right, that sounds about right. We'll go there. Fuck, that's so many already. Oh my goodness. Shit, man. It's a 26. Honestly, if I wanted to go through every single one, it would take like 6 hours at least. No, it would take more, like 8 hours. Fuck. All right, well, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will go through I will go through the rest in the next video. But yeah, I probably shouldn't upload like an 8-hour video to YouTube anyway, and probably just divide it up. Because I'll just put it on the VODs channel. I'm not gonna put it on the main channel. The main channel, you know, I've decided I'm just gonna, this year onwards, it's just gonna be quality stuff. Nothing that's, you know, half-assed is gonna go on there. All just the streams like this, fulfilling requests for people, I'm gonna go and just put them on the VODs channel, and then just link the videos into their comments. Alright, anyway, yeah, that was fun. Thank you for watching, and we'll go and do the rest next time. Thank you.